Hi, Kapil. I read in one of your podcasts or one of your discourses that you're exactly where you want to be in life. That is, that if you truly desire something, then you have it in your life. Then is it possible for a person to not desire something very deeply at all? And if so, then what is the point of such a life?
Well, even if a person desires something, there's no point to his life. There's no meaning. There's no purpose to life. But even if someone does not desire anything, unless they have reached some state of desirelessness, which is not what you're speaking of, then I'm assuming what you mean by not having a desire is that you don't have any professional desire, that you don't have any vocational desire. But one desire that every human being has is the desire for whatever the word that you wish to use, whether it's freedom or peace or realization or the end to all problems or the end of all conflict, or peace of mind or contentment or satisfaction, whatever your word is. Every human organism longs for that, and so that is a desire that no one is free of. And since that is the case, then and that is actually beyond all vocation and all profession. And in fact, the reason one seeks vocation and profession is to satisfy that very desire of the ones just mentioned. So that desire is always prevalent inside of a human organism. And so in order to satisfy that, the only path to that, the only way to discover that is through truth, because it never is through austerity, and it never is through prescriptions, and it never is through spirituality, and it never is through intellectualism, and it certainly isn't through self-help and self-development.
Then is the only way to find the truth, as you said, a devotion? But does it have to be a devotion to truth, or can it be a devotion to something in life? Like, does it have to be a desire for the truth about something?
Well, whatever something in life is, everything has a truth. So it can be the truth about that thing. So it isn't. There's no rules here, but it really is about. It truly is about devotion, and the most effective way to truth is exposure, plain and simple. The more systematically and the more consistently that one exposes him or herself to truth, then the more, it's like swimming in a swimming pool. The more that you jump in a swimming pool, the more often you'll become wet. And so since every human being is in a situation where they are surrounded by untruth at all times, day and night, by living in society and by having friends and by talking to experts and reading books and magazines and media. The human being is 360 degrees surrounded by untruth. And unless there is something to counteract that, then that will be the language that they speak. Those will be the words that they imbibe naturally, just by virtue of the exposure. Therefore, if one has a opposing exposure to truth, which virtually no one has, then that exposure will give them the opportunity to discover truth.
Thank you.